Hello. Today we're going to be covering the steps to read in as planted or harvest data from a customer through the AgDirector client. The first step is to collect the data from the grower, from the USB or data card from the combine or other field operation equipment. Open up the AgDirector client on your computer. When the AgDirector client is open, it will default to the card image folder, in this case, drive E on the computer. If you have inserted a data card, oftentimes it will automatically find the information that is there by hitting the scan button. But if you have copied the data from the data card onto your hard drive of your computer, you're going to have to find the card location and where you saved it by clicking on the three buttons here and locating where that data is at on your hard drive. After the data has been scanned and you can see what was on the card, you have some options. In this example, you can see that the card contained both application data, 91 files, and 162 files of grain harvest data. If I didn't want the application data, I simply uncheck this box, and now I will not get the application data. I also have the ability to choose, using the View Details button, which of the 162 files of grain harvest data I'm going to import into the system. This can be useful if you have an operation who does custom work, or if you only need to get one field, for instance from a cooperator who did a PKF or a growing point agronomy trial, and you only want to import some of the data. When you get to the Details tab, you have the ability to sort the data based upon any of the headings you see here by simply clicking and holding and then dragging that into the sorting column. In this case, if I only wanted to get data from the Pierce Ag farm, I uncheck these other two boxes, leave Pierce Ag checked, select OK, and now you can see here that I'm going to read 26 of the 162 yield files that were selected. When I have selected the data that I want to read into the system, I select the Archive button. AgDirector, in its format now, is a disconnected software, meaning you do not have to be connected to the internet, and you do not have to be connected to VPN or another way to connect into the Pioneer system to make the software work. You can have your laptop in the field with you and read in yield data. That also means that it doesn't have your customer list from FIS or Connects with you when you are not connected. So when I begin to archive the data, I have to select which grower I want to archive the data to. Any grower names that I have used before will show up in the list, or if I need to create a new grower name, I select New. I suggest that you try to enter the name as close to the operation name that is in FIS as possible for ease of remembering what it was called, but this can be any name as long as you remember what it is. Once you have selected your grower, you can add any notes that you need to add here. You can also select if you need to load the data to the current device year, or you can override the device and tell it what year it is that it's going to be loaded into. And if you have read this data card before, you can tell the system that you only want to archive new data that hasn't already been read into the system. Once you've made your selections on this screen, click OK. You will get a message telling you that the data has been successfully archived. You can archive multiple growers' data before you connect and upload the data to the Pioneer Central Server. So you could spend an entire day out collecting yield data from customers, archiving that data onto your laptop, and then at the end of the day, come back into an area where you have an internet connection and upload the data to the Central Server. When I'm ready to upload data, I click on Upload Data to Central Server, and it shows me what I have archived that is ready to be uploaded. The first thing that I need to do is connect so that it knows who I am and will show me the growers that I have in FIS or Connects so that I can resolve and match up what I called them with what it's called within the Pioneer system. This username and password would be the same username and password that you use to log into your laptop. I then hit Resolve Growers, and you can see where it already has a couple of these connected, but the Ken O'Brien test that I just created is not yet linked, so I need to select that grower, select Link Grower, and now it's going to allow me to search to try to find the operation that I want to attach this data to. When it finds the operation that I would like to attach this or link this information to, select that operation and select OK. Now you can see that the Ken O'Brien test local name has been linked to the ztest operation 2 within the system. Select OK to exit this, and select Upload to upload the data to the central server. Once your data has been uploaded to the central server, you will get a message telling you that it was uploaded successfully. After the data has been uploaded, it can take anywhere from 2 to 48 hours to process the data into Pioneer's Field360 Studio software, depending upon the traffic on the server and how many people are uploading data for processing at that point in time. You can close out of AgDirector and come into Pioneer Field360 Studio software to place an order for map books. Navigate to the operation and year which you wish to place an order for. Select the operation. Come up to Pioneer, request map book. It's going to ask you the type of map book you want, as planted or harvest data. In this case, there's no harvest data available yet. The data hasn't hit the system yet. It's been uploaded but not processed yet, but I could place an order for an as planted field. I can add anything in the notes section here below. For instance, if I want more than one copy of the map books or any other notes that I need to have added, I can add those into the notes section here below for someone in the mapping center to see. I select the type of book I want, hit OK, and it's going to order a map book for me.